On my way back to Ohio with Addie Bear. The races are over in the Meadows. Time is on my side. Raced very, very good today. Spitfire, he just doesn't look comfortable. He doesn't look good. I sent him over to Dr. Brown's, and oddly enough, I was sitting down as Brian Zent came in, and we were talking about Spitfire. And Tim had said, geez, it'd be nice to have a fresh set of eyes look at him, maybe Dr. Brown or something. And Roger Hammer was sitting right beside me. And I messaged Dr. Brown and said, hey, now keep in mind, Dr. Brown's a very busy guy. It's hard to get in all the time, but, we do a lot of business with Dr. Brown, and we have pretty good rapport with him. And I messaged him and said, hey, Doc, sorry to bother you. Listen, we just raced a horse, and I wasn't really happy with how he raced. I was wondering if you had a look at him. He says, yeah. He said, if you happen to see Roger Hammer there, just send him with him. I said, well, it won't be hard to see him. He's literally sitting right beside me. So thankfully, and much appreciated, Roger Hammer put the horse on the truck when he was done racing and took him directly to Dr. Brown's. Now, over the last week or so, I have a lot of people asking me about a lot of horses. I don't want to name names because some of these horses are in ruts, and at the same time, I want to have some of these horses maybe rested and come back for the fall. We can't just clean everything out and then assume that we're going to be able to replace them all. We should have learned our lesson last year, knowing that that's easier said than done, right? So even with a horse like Spitfire, who is getting a little bit longer in the tooth, I think there's still racing left in him, but not in the heart of the summer when he's a little uncomfortable, maybe not on his best right now. And it was Greg who pointed out, he said, I know you don't love him on a half, but he was racing pretty consistently. The numbers is 6,500. Yes, he was. That's not lost on me. I'm well aware of it. Same goes for a number of the other horses. If we move them and things don't go the right way, I talked about it in a video this morning about why we were racing a couple of horses, where we were, and what my thought process was in regards to racing them in that particular manner. And not everybody is going to agree. There's going to be people that don't agree with the direction that we go in. And quite frankly, there's going to be times when you're right and I'm wrong. But there are a lot of complexities to just uprooting a horse and sending them. And it's something I don't take that lightly. It's something we try to get right as many times as we can.
Is there like a motorcycle up here?
No, that car's pretty loud though, isn't it? So, it's not smoke, it's just water coming off the ground. It rained. You see? Well, because the ground's wet, Dodo. So, just some of the things that we're going through right now, trying to get everybody placed. There's always somebody that is not in the place they need to be, right? There's always somebody that can be moved. There's always somebody that can be doing better. And my job is constantly to reevaluate everybody, reassess how they're racing every single week, and decide if it makes the most sense just to let sleeping dogs lie, so to speak, and leave them where they're at. Let them kind of work out of a rut if that's what I believe it is. A number of things go into the Spitfire Overseas issue. One, he's in a lower class. Today it was like kind of a gimmick father and son race, and we put Brian Sent in a position where he's not that good from the rail. He got pinned in most of the mile with dead wood on the outside of him, but then he did get room to do some racing and just didn't do a whole lot of it, right? So as he moves out of that class and he moves into classes above therein lies the next problem. The patchwork that goes into putting these classes together. It's not just the Meadows, it's not just Mohawk, it's everywhere. So we're looking for, okay, where does the Spitfire overseas succeed consistently? That's a tough question. That's a real tough one. But it's one that I try to answer all the time, and one that I am on top of. Now, that's only scratching the surface of the fluid nature of the barn and the racing right now. My head was spinning all week, fly down to New Jersey and qualify the horses and fly back here and go with this one and go with that one. Okay, we won with Chicago Hall, great win. Now where? Because he doesn't fit that class anymore. So where do we go with him? If it was just as easy as putting him on a truck and going to Yonkers, awesome. Got to get everybody licensed. Remember, I want to make sure we do this right, so we can't just send him down there, because if it doesn't work out, nowhere to go. Him and Tally the Tab. Easy way out would just be to put them on preferred. I think there's a lot of talent in there in both of them. And if there is an optional 30 or a straight 40 claimer, that either or both of them can win and do well in, well, great. Sign me up. So trying to get a real good look at what lies ahead for a number of these horses. Yes, honey? Do you have to use the bathroom? There'll be a gas station coming up in a little bit, yeah. Just keep your eye open for the signs that say gas station, okay? All right? Okay? Okay. You know, and then talking about the babies, I had a long conversation with Scott today, just talking about the horses, where we're going to go, what our thoughts are. I said, you know, a lot of this is new to us, right? We didn't have plans to have a full-time East Coast barn for the summer. Let's send them down, see how they do. You know, Jailbird Jog, if she does great. She'll race in the New Jersey Sires. We'll reassess everything after there. She'll probably make her way back down to Kentucky, and she will. But I think she's won her way into and raced her way into an opportunity to race in the Del Miller and then to race in the Hambo Oaks. So now that stretches our boots on the ground, so to speak, timetable in New York and New Jersey a little bit longer. Superway looked very impressive. We'll talk about him and a number of 2-year-olds in this video, and in the 2-year-old video. Looked pretty impressive the other day. New Jersey Sires is coming. X-Key looked good. I told you, though, she thought she could go 12 rounds, and she probably wanted 8 the other day. Just needs a little more work as we get into the stake season. And that was just her coming off the virus. Those 2 colts were very strong, and they hit the playground running. X-Key, not quite as big and muscular as they are. Just needs a little more work, like every other horse her size. Atlas Hanover qualified good, but he's PA. So that takes 1 out of New York. Wait, Miss Lady May has stake races on July the 6th. Right after the Meadows, her time with us here in Pennsylvania and in Northfield will come to an end. And she's going to have to head to New York. We didn't know how good she would be. I talked all winter about how I didn't mind if you were with us long enough, and remember when we had Bomb Hugger, I didn't mind patching everything together. Oh, so-and-so will train her there, and so-and-so will train her over there. Over there, we have a trainer for her there. We'll ship her back and forth and around and keep her home base at Northfield, around Buffalo, Batavia, even Tioga. We can do that. Obviously not. Tioga's a racetrack. Yeah, you were there once. Obviously, Yonkers, Monticello, Saratoga is a different kettle of fish, so to speak. But now that Jason, Amy for Jason is in at Mark Ford's training center, well, Monticello's 40 minutes from Mark Ford's. Saratoga's 2.5. Yonkers is, I don't know, 40, I don't know, last time more, I don't know. So that changes things also. We still have holding pattern. Made a break the other day. I talked to James about that a little bit. We'll talk about that in the 2-year-old videos this week. We have holding pattern. And we have the big tactical landing filly also. Frolic. They're New Jersey breds. Now we get the horses in Kentucky. We get 6 horses heading over to race in Pennsylvania. Their first lifetime starts will be at the Meadows on Wednesday. Can't all win. 3 races of 6. 6 horses spread out over all 3. 2 in each race. I obviously am going to go with Incredible. Little Squirrely. Going to get her another step forward, hopefully, towards stake season. Dublin's Ferrani. We all know what's at stake there, potentially. I'm going to go with her. I'm going to go with Miss Lady May. May I help you? It's coming up, honey. You really have to go bad? Can you just hold it for a little bit? So all that stuff in New Jersey, it's all fluid. Which is a good thing. If our horses didn't look that good, Jailbird Jog didn't race that good, and the horses didn't qualify that good, well, it'd be a moot point, wouldn't it? Now that we're starting to see the playing field, kind of. We haven't seen everybody's horses yet, though. But we see our horses we'll be able to start narrowing down paths for all of them. So just a lot going on right now, and but this all goes back to our staff, whether it be Amy, away from her family, racing horses. I can't say it enough. I don't heap praise on myself, and as a family, we try not to heap praise on ourselves. This is a huge team. This is a huge crew, and everybody deserves a pat on the back. But the effort my wife has put in, going to New Jersey, and taking care of these horses and racing them and being out of her comfort zone with her family, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It's a testament to... What's wrong, Ray? I can't hear you.
I don't see a sign yet.
There's one coming up. Are you going to be okay?
How many more
Doesn't
minutes?
sound like you're going to be. Oh, I don't know, honey. Not long. Not too long. But her being there and things going as smoothly as they are, and her staying composed, it's just a testament to her work ethic, her focus, and her professionalism. Now, enough about that. I think I've allowed you to take a peek inside what is constantly going on right now, and the excitement, you can hear it in my voice, and I'm sure it's palpable, right? You can see it, you can feel it yourself. We have some horses that have been impressive, and I gotta call a spade a spade. Lou Armstrong, probably one of the most impressive colts we've had all year. And if I'm going to compete, I'm trying my hardest, because it's so hard. I think back to the days of Oso Pine and Globetrotting, two horses in particular, Sweet on Pete, horses that were really good horses for us in Ohio, in the state of Ohio. And this colt here, still got to race. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We're just talking about qualifying and training. But the racing will soon be... I see it too. The racing will soon be upon us. And this colt looks pretty impressive. His training mile today by himself at the track was... I saw how good he was the other day, so it wasn't surprising, but it was shockingly good how effortless his work is. And then the qualifiers in New Jersey, how good they were. The other horses, the mile from Miss Lady May, even in Ohio the other day. And then you complete unknown. You gotta love that, the good surprises. We've had surprises where they're like, it's the other side of the coin, right? That horse just didn't turn out yet the way we wanted him or her to turn out. But when you have a couple of horses, like, we knew Lou was good, but not this good. Complete unknown. Knew he was had talent. Not this level. He's pretty impressive. The horses in New Jersey, they were sent to New Jersey because they were talented. We knew Exkey was good. We knew Superway was good. We knew Atomics was good. So the follow-through is exactly what we expected and what we wanted. That's what we wanted to see.
I take my seatbelt off.
No, not yet, sweetheart.
Now.
Just hold on. Can you wait a sec? I'm going to park over here because we're going to get gas anyway. Here, turn that down for a sec. So thoroughly pleased with the way the horses have been turning out. Just one sec, sweetheart. With the way the horses have been turning out thus far. I think that goes without saying. It just seems like a day doesn't go by or a week doesn't go by where we're not touting one horse or another. And yes, I'll continue to tout Lou Armstrong, and I'll continue to tout Complete Unknown because they're there. Those are charter miles. You can't hide from them. They are there. Bella Dale, back good. She trained good this morning. Her qualifier will be Thursday at Northfield Park.
Dad, can we go now?
Can you just wait one sec? Okay, look. You know this one. Look, go right in there. In the girls' bathrooms as soon as you go in the door on the left.
Okay.
Hey, careful going across there, right?
I will.
All right, good girl. Boitano. Don't know what kind of horse he is yet. We're going to find out on Monday. Tuesday. We're going to find out on Tuesday. Caveman Pioneer. I hear the whispers of him, Miss Shazam, Making Green, and a number of the other horses out of Ontario. Frolic jumped quickly to the top of that list also. Although she's a New Jersey bred, she's in Ontario. Chips Ahoy Hanover was... does she get the hot air on? My God, this little girl doesn't learn. I couldn't understand why it was so hot back here. She got the heat on. Chips Ahoy Hanover's qualifier in 2-2 was great. I saw him train today. He looked very good. We don't talk a lot about him, right? My first take on him was probably a Stallion Series colt, but who knows? Complete unknown. We talked about it. Dame Hanover. Don't talk enough about her. Dublin's Ferrani. PJ's loving. What about Perfect Instead? I didn't load your videos yet, but you'll probably by the time you see this one, you'll have already seen the video of the horses training this morning, and Perfect Instead being one of those. And what about Woodmere Rocket in Prince Edward Island? 2-3 last quarter, 28-1. Or 2-1 last quarter and 28-1. Looked pretty legit to me. Now, I'm trying to be as conservative. I'm trying to whittle down the ones that just really haven't shone just yet. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 horses on here that have already qualified and look spectacular qualifying. Who let the dogs out? I'm waiting for that qualifier. I am. And that's a filly there. We're going to end up changing her name a little bit. Not a little bit. We're going to change her name totally very, very soon. I just don't like Who Let the Dogs Out, SGT. There's like 3 Who Let the Dog Out variations. So we're going to change that up. We rarely do that, but in this case, I think we've been kicking that can down the road, but it's here now. She's almost ready to qualify. We got to make a change. And then what about the summer we're having with the 3-year-olds also? Tomboy Strong has looked great. Jolene Hall Schooner the other day was good. She's coming into a race sharp. And then we also have Judy's Money. Trotted in 55 the other day. I went in 56. She looked awesome. Colt side, how good have these Buckeye Claimers been? Not just for us, just for the entire industry, the entire state of Ohio. 3 or 4 or 5 of them, all these horses, like Uncle Danny. He would have got obliterated in a Buckeye the other day. He wins the Buckeye Claimer 2 weeks in a row now.
Wait, I'm talking about humans or horses?
Horses. And you had the heat on again, Dodo. LO is low. That's what you want.
I know.
No, you had it at 88. You turd.
Because I was cold and then turned it up to hot and then I was too cold.
Uh-huh. Uncle Danny was great. What about Leland Hanover? Great again the other day. Really growing into his own.
The giraffe.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
He's a giraffe.
He's a big boy.
He's a giraffe.
A lot of, as you can hear, there's a lot of growth on the frame of Leland Hanover. Rico Tubbs won a huge mile the other day. Chicago Hall. Very, very good. Now, Chicago Hall and Tally the Tab, I've been trying to figure out what we're doing. The 2 paths forward that I think make the most sense to me are Saratoga or Preferred Online Sales. I don't want to sell those 2 horses. I just think they have to be useful, don't they? And I keep hearing myself say that and said, well, what about the other horses we kept? If there isn't a clear path forward, then you have to call into question whether you should continue down the one you're on. That just seems like the most likely thing. So it'd either be Yonkers or Preferred, or it could be Yonkers and then Preferred. It could be that too. But they're both racing so good this year. And then a great mile today from Time Is On My Side. From Time Is On My Side. 2nd and 50, they come 26 in a piece. He must have come 26 now. Here, I'm going to pull it up right now because I actually don't know what the last quarter was for Time Is On My Side. But I'm going to find out in just a second. Saturday. Where's the Meadows? There's the Meadows. Hollywood at the Meadows. All the way down to race number 9. Time Is On My Side. 51-1, 27-1. I thought he'd come a little more than that. Big last quarter. That about ties him up. He's a 27-1, 27-2 type closer at best. And Rick Wink got away on me pretty quickly. You know, I will post that video too. I thought we were the best going to the gate. I thought we were the best when we landed in the 2-hole. I thought we were the best until we were obviously and soundly defeated and we're second best.
You don't always have to be the best.
Oh, really? Who told you that?
No one. You don't always have to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if you want to win, like, Dave. He didn't know that he was going to win a lot of races.
Yeah, he only won 20,000 of them. He's done pretty good for a while. Addie's in love with Dave now because Dave gave her a whip. Dave gave her a whip, so now she's friends with Dave.
Wait, was it this whip?
Yes. Yeah, thank you. That's great. Thanks. So Time Is On My Side was good. So excited about Oak Grove. Now, I will tell you right now, Prado Renato's probably swinging at about 90%. That GGT can't come down enough to get to where we need it to be, but the way she trained the other day, she is going to be a little bit better, which puts her in a good spot. I just have to drive her with a conservative mindset going into Tuesday. What about Degas? What kind of year has she had? I keep telling you about the shadow that Jailbird Jog has cast. Degas has been amazing. Picked a win from the rail in the Kentucky Sires Division 1 on Tuesday. Cirrus, poor bugger, drew the outside. He's just going to be one of those horses, isn't he?
I was wondering where Cirrus was.
Yeah, he's in Kentucky. He drew the outside. Solidarity drew the outside also, which sucks also. Deadline, Monday. I am a little curious how Deadline's going to be. That's a good qualifier. We don't talk enough about that. Horse qualifies in 56-4, 28-1 or something on the end of it. We're not talking about him. I think it was just one of those out of sight, out of mind things, but deserves a conversation. And of course, by Boitano, no idea what that horse is going to do on Tuesday. I fully expect him to race very well. He's got a lot of experience for a young horse under his belt with 2 races and 2 wins. So whether it's the 3-year-old trotting fillies here in Ohio and colts that are doing well in their respective divisions, or whether it be Perfect Thought, Jailbird Jog, or Degas, kind of around the top rung of our horses right now for sophomores for sure. Solidarity maybe just behind them. He's going to have to go a big mile to do well on Wednesday. Or whether it be the 2-year-olds that are on their way up. They're here now. They're all ready to go. A number of them qualified racing this week, whether it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We will have 2-year-olds racing every day next week.
Right, Dad?
Maybe not
Monday?
Sunday. Yeah, we are Monday, babe. So it's going to be an extremely exciting week ahead for us. And that will be followed up by the next week, the kindergarten, the next generation. Ohio, or some of the Pennsylvania Sires start. July the 1st is the trotting fillies. We have 4 of them in to go this week. We're here now. Tomorrow is the official day of summer. It is Father's Day tomorrow.
And it's 2 people's birthday tomorrow.
Well, it's Father's Day tomorrow, Dodo.
What?
Yeah, it is. You better wish me a happy Father's Day tomorrow. Oh. Oh.
What?
So to all the fathers out there,
What, Dad?
tomorrow is Father's Day, I believe.
What is it? Oh, and
Because you better remember my Father's Day.
I will.
To all the dads out there, I believe if it's not Father's Day, forget I said that. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's. Where's my? Oh, my phone's right here. Is tomorrow Father's Day? I should know this, shouldn't I? Father's Day. I'm 99.9% sure. Father's Day 2026. Go. Aha! It's tomorrow, honey. Told you. Look, Father's Day is tomorrow. So to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Grandfathers.
Yeah, but no one got you a gift.
Oh, you are such a terrible kid. No one got me a gift.
I forgot.
You forgot. No gifts at all. You're mean. Oh my goodness.
Maybe I'll give you something.
Maybe you'll give me something. What?
I do have
An
a
old
gift.
earring you found in the couch?
No, I do have a gift.
Oh, we'll see.
I have a gift for you. No, I actually do.
Okay. We'll see tomorrow, all right?
Okay.
You know what would be a gift? Just a long, nice sleep
shoot.
tonight. That would be nice. It's
I
been...
have camp tomorrow. Dad,
I'll drop you off at camp later on tomorrow. Yes, honey.
wait, at what? At time?
I don't know what time. Whatever time's supposed to have you there.
2?
So tomorrow is Father's Day. Addie Bear starts camp tomorrow. So does Ava.
So does
I'm going to Kentucky. No, Ollie's not in camp. He's at
Okay.
baseball on Tuesday, though. We have so much going on right now as a family, as a group, as a barn, as a stable. It is a super exciting time. Summer is here
Super
tomorrow.
day.
Summer is here tomorrow. Welcome to the summer of 2026 officially tomorrow. It kicks off with Father's Day, and it should be quite the summer. So take care, everybody. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great weekend. Well, I guess I hope you've had a great weekend.
Happy Father's Day tomorrow to all the dads.
Well, that is very nice. Very nice of you, Addie Bear. Happy Father's Day, everybody.